This is, of course, the Lounge Presents podcast. And today in the Lounge Space, we have the pleasure of welcoming this brother here who was supposed to be in Lounge Space a couple of years ago, but didn't get a chance to make it in because, life be lifing. But I'm glad we finally are able to get him in this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Young Wolf.
Let's go. What up? Happy to be here. Love that. Let's go.
So, you know what? I might as well bring it up. We've had Stay Out Late in the Lounge Space previously.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, shout out to Famington like Stay Out Late. Brrr.
Yes, sir.
And as a member of Stay Out Late, we were unable to get you into Lounge Space because, again, like I said, like your life thing, different schedules and things. So I'm really glad that we're able to talk to you because we never actually got a chance to talk to you before.
Mm.
So, Young Wolf, my dog,
let
me ask you this. How are you first introduced to hip hop culture?
Oof. Going back, honestly, my old man was probably one of the ones who initially got me into it back in the day. Just like he'd take me to hockey practice, hockey games, baseball, and all that. And he was always very musically inclined. He was like that. He was like the party goer guy who was always cutting a rug on the dance floor and whatnot. So his playlist was pretty vast. He introduced me to like a lot of Pac, a lot of Biggie, a lot of Outkast. Outkast was a big one. Man, a lot of even like Nelly Furtado. This guy just like put me on to just like R&B, dance music, everything as a whole early on as a kid. And it just like, I don't know, it just got me into like just finding rhythm in things. Like I was in a band when I was younger too. It just got me into music as a whole.
Yeah.
And honestly, I didn't really think that I would take music as far as I ended up doing it.
Okay.
I was always into sports, just kind of chasing the high of being like around people and whatnot until I went to my first rave, to be honest. And then before that, even my first hip hop show, I really got into Wiz Khalifa in my high school days.
Okay.
Me and my boys were all about like Taylor Gang life. So I used to rock a chain and everything, like with the bomb sapphire pendant, thinking I was part of Taylor.
Fandom is real.
Yeah. I thought we were part of like the Pittsburgh squad for sure. But no, man, I just any kind of music really is just always been. I've just liked to dance. I've liked to bob my head back and forth. Anything that hits my ear that feels good, makes me feel something, is just like I just love it. I feed off of it, right? And fast forward a little bit, starting to listen to like EDM music, that just hit home completely. Like my first rave, going to Government, RIP Government.
Oh, RIP Government. What?
Yeah, that was my first ever rave, first ever time being in that scene, and it just changed everything. Like, I saw DJs up on the stage just killing it, seeing how people reacted, just to like, instead of doing that full live show aspect, like, like a Wiz or like any kind of hip hop artist would do, stage performance wise, it's just a guy, turntables, and him or a girl doing their thing.
Yeah.
And just killing
vibing.
Just vibing. Yeah. So I'm like, man, that seems so cool. Like, I want to try that. And next thing you know, me and my buddy, actually at the time, it was still my best friend to this day, we started our duo called Mike Taylor. Okay. And then from there, we learned everything. We got a DAW. We got all the essentials to kind of start out. Just started playing with samples and everything.
Yeah.
I got Fruity Loops, GarageBand, everything. And I don't know, man. We just kind of branched out, started doing our thing, and here we are now. It's been a crazy road.
That's dope. You obviously grew up around a gang of music.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
That's dope. Do you think that growing up around all that music had a hand in you being in the position you're in now?
Absolutely do. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, I didn't really think too that it would take me to a more serious aspect. Like, I always dreamed of wanting to do that. That was always the goal.
Okay.
But, everybody isn't thinking that they'll finally make a name for themselves. Really, like, it's a dream. It's a pipe dream. That's what I had a
Yeah.
lot of people tell me while I was doing it too. Like, oh, like, maybe keep it as a hobby. Focus on your career path. You got a good job ahead of you. It's like, I don't know, man. I feel like I have a little bit more in me to give to just the music scene, and to me, myself, my friends and family. Like, just I'm just always been very passionate about it.
Yeah.
For it to not just be a hobby anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So, and it wasn't until, like, honestly, like, shout out to Stay Out Late Boys. They gave me a really good entrance into, like, more live shows. Like, I played bar scenes and whatnot, small venues and whatnot here and there, starting out. But then once I met those guys, started playing bigger venues in front of bigger crowds. Wasn't necessarily like the type of stuff I originally envisioned myself doing,
Right.
but it was fun. You got the team aspect.
Yeah.
Everybody's having fun. The energy is up all the time in the studio, at shows and whatnot. And then, honestly, up until like this year, it really started to hit, where I started getting booked. Like, I just, I'm sure you saw, I just played Rebel for the first time. So that's been on like my bucket list of venues to play. So I'm just happy to see where I've brought it from, aside from being a hobby now to, like, my passion is slowly turning into like a career opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I found after, and I've I've obviously talked to a lot of people doing this thing. Hip hop often is an entry point for a lot of people
100%.
into a wider world of sound.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Absolutely is. Absolutely.
And it's really not that big of a secret. Like, how many DJs that I've met in my lifetime, it all started with hip hop. You know what I mean?
And it all integrates and intertwines into each other, which is so cool. And it's amazing that every genre can be bended and, like, turned into each other. Like, you got EDM artists remixing hip hop tracks. You got hip hop artists now wanting to be on big EDM tracks. And it's just like, it's as a whole of music, it's just turned into like that. It's amazing to see.
Well, I can't disagree with you in the least. The best part about it, I think it is, you can, I mean, if you were a hip hop artist, now in 2025, you don't have to be relegated to these confines anymore.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can take your art and incorporate it with other different sounds.
Exactly.
And open up your market.
100%. I see it. Right? I see a lot of it going on, man. It's gratifying to see, and it's exciting to see that everybody's just not really sticking to just one lane anymore. It's like, let's start hitting different paths and expanding and see what we can make. It's just creation, right?
Oh, exactly.
That's what it should be.
And I know you know this as well. A lot of heads. Okay, we don't just love hip hop. Okay.
No, yeah, no.
Let's be real.
It's life or
death.
death.
We're not monolithic like that.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. That's awesome.
And the best part is, once, and I've seen it happen with a lot of quote unquote heads. Once they've realized, oh, I don't have to be constrained by, I don't have to be constrained by these parameters anymore. So I can go buck. Okay, let's fucking go.
Let's go. Let's absolutely go. Yeah.
And I love seeing that because your artistry should never be limited by those types of boundaries ever.
Oh man, I used to be the worst for that too, because I would put those boundaries on myself, and then I'd shoot.
Been there.
And now it's just like, I don't need to do that. Don't hold back.
No.
And that's what any artist should always think about, because that's become such a staple in like bigger artists like mantra and how they operate now, is just like they preach, don't constrict yourself to one genre, one style, one thing. If you want to make hip hop, make hip hop. You want to make dubstep, you want to make disco, go make that shit. Enjoy it. That's what it's about.
Hell yeah.
And anybody who's telling you that you should, and I've had people tell me this in the industry, friends, not friends, hearing it, saying, oh, you know, maybe you should like think about rebranding now because you've put out this style and now you're switching it up completely to a different style. So your quote unquote fan base that you've already made for yourself is kind of confused at this point. But I disagree. I think it's just like your fan base is your fan base. They want to listen to whatever you put out, and they should be excited for if like you're switching it up, keeping it different, like not hearing the same sounding shit every release. You know what I mean? It keeps it interesting. That's what I've always felt too. And I have a lot of other people and artists that definitely agree. Some people, if that's your thing, that's your thing. It is what it
bare facts. Bare facts. And especially if you're a DJ, right? Like, I mean, there might have been a time when hip hop DJs, you know, they were just hip hop DJs.
Yeah.
Boom. You were just going to see them playing at a hip hop club or a hip hop show or a hip hop lounge, and that's it. Da 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 da.
Exactly.
Right. But thankfully, we're no longer in those times.
No.
We're now at a point in 2025 where a hip hop DJ can go there and they can flex their house Jones. Exactly. They can flex their drum and bass Jones. They can flex their UK garage Jones, their trap Jones, the dubstep Jones.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's impressive and it's exciting to see because that's how you get the biggest crowd reactions too. Because like not a lot of people realize these days too, everybody listens to like a whole bunch of different shit. Everything.
Yep.
And everybody's gonna know you play like a big well-known tune, like I don't know, for example, fucking like Pink Pony Club. You mix that in with a massive house tune.
Yep.
People are gonna know both those songs, and when you merge those together in a massive crowd, people are gonna lose their shit
because get the vibe.
You get the vibe, exactly, and it's so cool to see, and because it's unexpected, but when it hits, it absolutely hits.
Well, see, that's why when I saw you with Stay Out Late, I was like, and I think one of them actually told me like, yo, he plays hip hop, but he's not just a hip hop DJ. FYI, I'm like, okay, bet.
Yeah.
And that made me, I'm like, not saying if you're just hip hop DJ, you're not interesting, but it definitely made you a little more interesting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, so he's not just about hip hop. Okay.
Yeah. Let's check his shit out.
Then, right? it piques your interest a little more. It's like, okay, so what else are you about then?
Yeah. And I definitely had that too when I was still working with them consistently. Like my favorite thing about our collective and when we were going strong with that is that they always tried to incorporate in our live shows, a bit of my own stuff as opposed to just the hip hop stuff that we've made as a collective or on their own with other producers and what have you, which I was always absolutely 100% grateful for. And sometimes it hit, sometimes it didn't, but it was still fun and it was still gratifying to be able to like, you know what, let's see what happens. And it's humbling, right? So
I think it's dope because not only does it show their trust in you as a team member, that regardless of how you flex, you know what I'm saying, you're still gonna fucking rock that shit.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, as you should. As you should.
Right?
You're an artist, man. Go out there and be an artist.
Thank you. That's what it comes down to. You are an artist, and as an artist, no preconceived notions or opinions should ever stifle whatever comes out of your soul.
Facts.
because that's where this comes from. It comes from your soul.
So exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I heard the Buried Alive EP, which isn't as new anymore
Yeah.
because you dropped some shit since.
Yeah. We got some new stuff going on. Honestly, this year has just been fucking insane for me. But I told myself at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm putting out like 3 times as many songs as last year. This year, I wanted to make this year different than all the rest.
Dope.
So that's why like everything kind of revolved around the EP because it was my first EP. Like aside from Fabergé and the album with Stay Out Late, I had never put out an individual EP or album for myself. So it was just like, all right, once this is done, go off of this and just keep fucking pushing and been kind of doing just that. You know what I mean? So I'm happy with how it all turned out.
Well, I definitely give you full propers.
I appreciate that.
Okay, because I put it on and I'm like, okay, I see where he's going with this. All right, I'm feeling this. And then on a second listen, this is kind of like personally, this is kind of like a barometer for me, I guess.
Yeah.
After the first listen, I'm taking it in and absorbing. On the second listen, it's time to vibe. And then on the second listen, if I pull out the portable turntable and feel like I want to cut over it, that's vibing.
Let's go.
And so it happened. I was like, yo, I think I want to pull out the portable right now.
I do it.
And then then I start cutting to it. And I'm like, fuck sick. Yeah, that's
fuck
fire.
Yeah, that's that's so great. I do remember you messaging me and saying that. I was just like, yo,
that was real.
That was fuck. I love that shit.
That was real. You know what I'm saying? Because as you know, turntablists, we will fucking rock over anything.
Anything, 100%.
It's not just going to be hip hop. We will fucking rock over anything.
100%. And I give mad props to you because I can't. I'm a DJ, but you put vinyl in front of me and shit, I'm not gonna be able to scratch. I haven't ever had anybody really teach me to. I'm gonna try my best, but it's probably gonna sound chop.
So. You know what? Just because it's not in your toolbox today, doesn't mean it won't be in your toolbox 2 years from now, 5 years from now, tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, and I'm always open to learning new stuff especially when it comes to DJing. So
there you go.
I might have to
how would you describe the Buried Alive EP?
So the way I wanted to do it is at first, like, going over all the tracks, I was like, my whole thing was, are they all cohesive with each other? Are they all telling the story that I want them to tell as a whole and also individually?
Yes.
And so with the opening track, Egress, I wanted to make it like I've always just envisioned making soundtrack style music, like I'm in a movie or something, like, so it's like your walkout song, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slow, but also like a little bit badass, and just like when that started to come together, I'm like, okay, fuck, you know what? Because I had already, that one actually surprisingly came after the Buried Alive, the actual song, and then Holding On to You. And then I moved around that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, okay, let's put this song first because it's a little slower, more on the downbeat side of things, where the other ones get a little bit more high energy. As far as like Egress, I probably wouldn't play at a live show unless it was legitimately like my intro song, right?
Right.
Especially the tempo switch is slower than the others.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just like, I felt I needed a good lead up track into the rest, because the rest of the tracks were rather emotional for me. They were like written more from my personal life. So I was like, okay, I don't want to keep this super like too not dark, but like wholesome-y from the heart type shit. You know what I mean? Got to be
Yeah.
a little bit more my personality as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then like moving into Buried Alive, that was just basically, that was just about me as an artist coming out and just being kind of like shit on throughout my music career from the start, and like feeling like you've been so suffocated with negative ass energy that a lot of people have just thrown in your face and kind of saying like, you hang up the fucking gloves. It's just keep it as like a hobby, you know what I mean? And I was always,
Yeah.
no, man, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I love to do.
Yeah.
And then just like, so I wanted it to be really, really powerful energy coming in the drop section.
Yeah.
And then just like still a little bit emotional because I'm an emotional guy at times. But then moving into Holding On to You, that song was solely written for my uncle and my nana who had passed away in the same weekend.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Rest
so
in power. Rest in
yeah,
power.
I love them. I think about them every day. They've helped me with a lot when it comes in terms of like my writing for my music, when it comes down to hitting a little bit more stuff from the heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I wanted to move. Like, I guess you see the direction that I'm going in as far as it's still all about my personal life, right?
Yeah.
So that one, I really wanted to touch on that, losing a loved one, and like, and for anybody else listening to it, kind of feel like where I'm coming from. And then at the end, with Burn For You, I'm like, okay, enough of the emotional stuff. Let's stop getting so deep with it. And it's like, we finished it, and let's celebrate and have fun.
Let's turn up.
This is like, for me, this is for everybody. Let's just fucking go. So it just like it was cool to actually see too, because that was a little bit unintentional with tempo wise. It started slow tempo, and then the second two songs were the same, and then I bumped it up to higher tempo D&B for the end. So it was just like a build up throughout the 4 tracks of not only emotion but like beat, speed, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
you were on point.
I tried to. It took a
you were on point.
to dial it in, because like it's easy to make just a bunch of tracks and just fucking say, all right, let's throw these together. There's an EP. Boom, that's cool. I wanted it to be a little bit more cohesive, and since it was my first one, explain a little bit. And I that's the one thing too, is now it's good we're having this talk, because I never really got to expand on that. I wanted to, but I just kind of got caught in translation with everything. You're putting everything out. You're trying to do the promo and social content and whatnot, when I completely overlooked that. And then I just kind of was like, all right, it's already out. Maybe people will just understand where I'm coming from. My close friends and family know exactly where I was coming from with the whole EP. So that was like, let everybody else just find out for themselves type deal. But yeah.
Well, I definitely was going to bring up the sequencing, because I think it was sequenced very well.
No, I appreciate that, man.
Nah, for real. Like, and people need to realize how important sequencing something is.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is,
it makes it,
you know what I
makes,
mean?
Yeah. It makes you feel more worth it.
Yes, exactly. And since you've dropped the EP, I mean, let's talk about it, man. What did you just drop recently, man?
Oh, buddy. Oh, this is my favorite one to talk about. So, the new track that just dropped, what was it? Only like a week ago now. It's still fairly fresh. Called Maxed Out with my boy Lookas from Miami. And crazy enough thing about Lookas is he's been a very large artist in the scene for a long time, and I know he had just taken a hiatus for a while. I didn't ask him that, maybe personal reasons or whatnot, but he came back and he's come back with a vengeance, just dropping track after track after track. And he's like, if anybody in the EDM trap industry knows his name, because years ago he like brought festival trap music up to like the forefront to being majorly popular. Like he played Ultra Music Festival, played like major headline shows at major festivals and whatnot.
Yeah, Ultra's big. Ultra in itself is big.
It's massive, right?
Like,
The craziest thing how that turned out and why it means so much to me too is that back when I was saying about how I started out working with my best friend, we did our duo called Mike Taylor.
right.
I started listening to his music at that time, and it was just like, I was like, holy shit, dude. What is this genre? This is crazy. He's like remixing big room house tracks into these trap remixes, and they just go fucking off. They're so nasty. So he got me in to festival trap music.
Okay.
So one of the very first songs I ever remixed at all was actually one of his tracks off one of his EPs way back in the day. So when he actually found me on SoundCloud after I dropped one of my songs called Underground.
Nice.
Yeah, I went on SoundCloud and just went on my notifications, and I'm like, Lookas is following you. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I love this guy. He's like he's one of the OG like idols of getting me into trap music. And I'm like, no, wait, dude. Follow him back. Like, hit him up on Instagram, made a little post. It's like, bro, I appreciate you following me, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, no, man, it was a no-brainer. The track's fire. And then I was honestly, I actually messaged my boy Taylor about it, because he was like, holy shit, this is crazy. Like, we did the remix for Samurai back in the day. How crazy is this? Whatnot? And he's like, you should ask him to collab. I'm like, oh, fuck. Do I do it? Do I risk it? So I did it. I messaged him like, hey, brother, if you're ever interested in a collab, I'd be absolutely down. You know, big fan. And he left me on red for 24 hours. And I was like, I messaged my boy back. I'm like, well, I shot my shot. It was worth it. Whatever. Fucking had to do it. But I guess he's not interested. Next thing you know, he responds. He's like, yeah, bro, let's run it. So I'm like, we did it, baby. I look at my girlfriend.
Circle, man.
Yeah, full
circle.
I look at my girlfriend. I'm just fist pumping and like, she's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, you have no idea how full circle of this moment for me is. And here we are, dude. Got one of the. I love this song so much. The fact of how quickly it transpired and got finished. Like, honestly, I started the idea and he just kind of ran with it. And within like, I'd say just under a month, the track was finished, and it was we were already just like getting ready for distro and shit. I'm like, damn, this man works quick.
I was surprised you dropped it, because like, isn't he still promoting Buried Alive though?
I know. He was like, I was like, do you want to throw it? Do you want to pitch it at labels? Do you want to, throw it around, send it some artists? He's like, nah, fuck it. I want to drop it right now. I love this song. I've been sending my boys and stuff. And it's like, he's like, all right, fuck it. Let's go. Let's do it. I'm not going to say no, right?
Right.
And he's been like, kind of like me this year, just like staying consistent with dropping a song, at least a song a month.
Yeah.
And that's what I told myself too at the beginning of the year. I'm like, I want to make sure, I want to stay more consistent. I want to at least, if it's not an original, I want to put out a remix of something. I want to make sure nobody loses
in the zeitgeist.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm staying relevant in people's eyes and not falling off, because that's what I did last year, and it took a while for me to get back, especially with socials. If you're not active consistently, you get fucked.
Yeah.
So which is unfortunate, but it also then pushes you to put out more content, more music, And people love that. People want that. And in a day and age where there's hundreds of thousands of songs being dropped every day, you want to stay ahead. You know what I mean? So I was all for it. And fuck, I'm gonna ask him if he wants to run it back for a second one, maybe at the end of the year. Who knows? We'll see.
There you go, man.
Yeah, man.
There you go. No, the joint's fire, yo. Straight up and down.
Appreciate that.
Guys, nonstop. Okay, let's go.
we ain't stopping out here.
That's honestly, I mean, first of all, you can't stop artistry because something comes out. I mean, it's there. You give birth.
100%.
Right? So, okay, the baby's out. What do we do?
Exactly.
You gotta do something with the baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, can't stop that.
Honestly, in my creative process lately, like I kind of the way I've been doing things, and it's kind of fun. I like to have like a summer, and I'm busy as shit too. So like some artists, they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. I'll take my time when I can to work on my tunes, but I try not to force it as much as I used to.
Yeah.
But like come winter time is like that's my hibernation period, and that's just banging out tracks, and I kind of stockpile shit.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year, so that's kind of what I've been taking a little bit of a down cycle for myself to just kind of smell the roses, enjoy it a little bit, focus on the promotion aspect of the songs that you put in all that work to release, right? Because it can be overwhelming to do all that. And I've had a lot of artist friends tell me that, and they're just like, they've got just folders and folders of music stockpiled, but they're not putting anything out. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to make sure all the stuff that I'm working on and putting my time into sees the light of day.
You want your babies to breathe.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But that's just kind of touching on my whole way of doing things lately and whatnot. And honestly, if any other producers watch this and want to take a little bit from that, by all means, I feel like it's doing me and shouldn't be doing anybody else any harm by letting it breathe, letting yourself breathe, let your creativity breathe, come to it when you want to. Don't push yourself to your limit of being like where you get on your computer or get on your instrument that you're playing and just like get pissed off at what you're doing because you're not enjoying it anymore.
Yeah.
Those breaks are necessary.
Yep. Those breaks are zero lies told. Those breaks are so necessary. First of all, because being a human leads to more babies.
Exactly.
Lived experience leads to more babies.
Real life the music babies.
Yeah, for real. That's a lot of the inspiration for what you lay down comes from living.
Exactly.
I feel you completely. I honestly hope to eventually get to where you're at. I'm like at this point I'm only about edits.
Yeah.
Just because like it's a time thing, you know what I mean? And to really start producing original, you really got to invest the time, and sometimes all the time isn't there.
I know.
Yeah, man.
That is the best way to really start finding your own type of sound. Branch off of, because like you don't have to, like, that's one thing too a lot of people think of is like making your sounds from scratch. Everyone wants to be like a crazy sound designer and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, your favorite artists aren't even really doing much of that shit anymore.
Yeah.
There's so many means of getting creative with sounds and doing other things, right? Like edits, remixes, mashups, do all that shit because it will spark the original creativity 1000%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you'll find, and I know you can speak to this for other artists out there, whether you're a DJ or whatever, any type of artist that you are, if you start to open up a new cipher and then those you put those out and then you get responses, oh, that's it. It's game over. It's like, oh, so y'all dug that? Okay. Word.
Right? 100%.
And then that opens up. Then you're like, so I can explore that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And it'll be completely fine for me to explore that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I feel you completely, man. I feel you completely.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I know we don't have as much time, but I hope this isn't the last time we get you in the lounge space.
Oh, we'll be back.
Okay, because I know you're not gonna stop dropping music, dog.
No, I got lots of music coming up, and honestly, I got a lot of show announcements coming up soon too that are
Okay.
quite. I can't really speak on it much right now because it's not fully official yet. But
Of course.
just know there's stuff in the pipeline, and I've been working with some really amazing people that do some amazing things in the nightlife, in the nighttime district, whatever, like club shit in Toronto.
Let's go.
And they're helping put me on, and I'm super grateful.
Go.
So yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm hyped for these announcements that I get to drop soon.
There you go.
We'll be back for another interview. Trust me.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we have the Buried Alive EP out. We got the Maxed Out joint out. All of them are on DSPs, right?
Every single one. Yeah, you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, any streaming platform you listen to. You're gonna find it there.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I appreciate the time you gave us, man.
Yeah,
Respect
man.
all day.
I appreciate you, dog.
Most def.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, until we get back in here, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, man. Respect.
Easy.